All right, we're back.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, so, do you know what, I mean, are all summer camps for these companies canceled for the summer? Is that what the plan is? I mean, I didn't even think about that until, even though I used to do that, I totally forgot about.
I don't know for sure. I talked to a couple of friends that work in the office, and they, I'm under the assumption, again, this is all speculation, that June is pretty much not going to happen. I think they're planning for July to happen, wishful thinking, obviously, and then, again, depending on the states and how they're released and allowed, and maybe size limitations, maybe, have to work in shifts where certain amounts are in the room at certain times, and
all the expected things that you would think is going to go on with all that stuff. Yeah, I know that it'll just depend on where the camp is and.
Yeah, but to think of the numbers of people that affects throughout the summer, staff-wise and kids.
Of course, it's all
high schools. Are they going to have tryouts? Are they going to have teams? So it's some people see this as such a big deal and some don't. I think once you really step back and look at the effect it has,
it is a big deal in our industry, and I am worried about how it will affect all of us going forward.
Yeah, for sure.
And whether the issue will, thinking, we're all thinking crazy thoughts right now, right? Like thinking, what
brain is the worst thing from this.
Right, like
you can come up with some crazy scenarios.
Does the business this year change to all small teams because? Let's see, that's why.
I like it.
Is it all? Do all the teams, like, because you can only have so many people in a room at a time and that kind of thing? Does the super large teams become just small teams this year? Is it all kind of a 20?
Do you have to half a practice at a time?
Like you wonder, how could it go? Like, if you had to think crazy out of the box, right?
Do you have half the floor on the floor at one time?
No, you can't. So you wonder if that's because of those rules. If the teams will have to, once these people put these teams.
I feel like summer's, this is again personal opinion. I feel like summer's gonna be skill based, so you can kind of figure that out.
Yeah.
As far as choreography goes, let's hope that all this is lifted by then, so you don't have to deal with it. So let's cross the fingers.
I have faith that it will be. I hope that people are smart and are not
overboard.
Yeah, you can't just be. You can't be crazy, man. You got to just be aware and be smart.
It's there's a lot of things that have happened in our time, and we have to react to it. And I feel like there's a positive way to get through this. I feel like gyms are doing a good job with keeping athletes active and working out and doing the thing, even though it's on video, Zoom, or whatever they're using. But I hope they're not crazy when it comes out. When they get released, be smart.
Yeah.
Ease in things. Don't push athletes too fast. Keep them safe. All that stuff. But let's hope that the summer is at least that time we need to get back into what we call normal.
Yeah, I know that they're running classes up at the gym right now, and keeping lanes in between each person open, and
but there's ways to do it. You have to get creative and you have to be smart. Kids come in one door and stretch in a certain area, and then they move, and then they exit a different door. I mean, you can find ways to be creative, and video stuff has been great too. For 2 months, I've been video practicing and private lessons, and I've been on more Zoom calls than I want to admit. But I've done, social ones with friends, workouts with whole teams. I've done parent workouts. I've done private lessons. I mean,
I know people are doing photography through it. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool too.
But it's something new. Right. Again, like we said earlier, you're forced to do it.
Right.
You might as well just be creative.
Hey, that's to me is the difference between, there's going to be two groups of people right now. There's going to be people that didn't do anything to change, better themselves, find a different way, whatever you want to call it, and the people that did. And I'm trying to be the person in the group that did.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, I think so.
Yeah.
And we'll see where it goes. I'm not. hoping for the, I'm gonna reach for the stars and what does it say? Reach for the stars and maybe you grab one
Land on the moon or something.
Something like that. Yeah, we'll see.
Man,
I would love for that to happen, but that's not. To me, it was just something. This is for something to do for fun because I was,
But
stuck
it's your
in.
new. It's your new.
It's going to be my new thing,
Yeah.
and that's cool. So, my thing wasn't. I didn't figure out how to become a Zoom photographer over this quarantine. Though some people have done that, and I tell you what, I applaud them because I've seen some really cool stuff that some people have done. Some of the photographers that I follow, and they've done it over FaceTime or whatever they're doing it on, and I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
impressive. Though but I did this,
Yeah. Which is impressive.
Well, I figured it out that it's just because I'm lonely and I want friends to come over to the
Should we
house.
be sitting on the long end of the table though?
I feel like that I probably should be doing that
3.5
for the
4
for the
feet?
social distancing. I did think about turning it, but I'm like,
You can't see each other.
well, it just won't fit in the room right at that point the way I want it to. So, yeah.